Communication Among Roommates by me, Josh Catalano. At the start of college, many of us young adults move into a dorm or apartment where we have roommates and have to share a living space with complete strangers for the first time. This, of course, can be nerve wracking, and I myself, as I'm sure many of you, have experienced stress and worry about not having a good relationship with the people we live with and see every day. After all, they are complete strangers, for the most part, who we don't know or trust yet. The question I will be asking in this presentation and answering is, how does communication affect the relationship among roommates? In this presentation, I will be discussing background knowledge of the communication theories in relation to communication among roommates, communicative competence among roommates, first impressions and communication patterns, similar communicative traits, and finally, how to have and use effective communication to build healthy relationships with roommates. The communication accommodation theory from Howard Gillis explains how people, including roommates, adjust their behaviors to accommodate others in order to build better relationships. The uncertainty reduction theory from Charles Berger and Richard Calabrese explains how people use communicative ways to find out more information about another person to reduce uncertainty and predict social outcomes. George Holman's social exchange theory explains how people view and value their relationships with others through a cost and benefits lens. Study 1: The influence of communicative competence upon roommate satisfaction. The purpose of this article or this study is to figure out what influence communicative competence has on the quality of roommate relationships. The findings show openness, awareness of expectations, and meta communication of the relationships leads to more roommate satisfaction. As communication increases, roommates better predict another's response to an act and alter their behaviors to better satisfy others. Communicating personal needs results in other roommates to do the same, resulting in roommate satisfaction and unity. There is a correlation between communicative competence and roommate satisfaction, and at least a 53% causation of the two. Study 2: An exploratory investigation of the relationships between roommates' first impressions and subsequent communication patterns. The question the study aims to ask is, why do some relationships among roommates last while others do not? 157 surveys were conducted on college students who were asked about first impressions and roommate preferences. The data collected from the student surveys indicates that roommates that had better initial reactions and interactions lived together longer, would live together again, and had better conversations as well as better conflict management. The predicted outcome value theory suggests that people desire building relationships more with a positive first impression. The recommendation that this study gives is to give training to undergrads about giving a good first impression, how to do so, and how to manage conflict as well. Study 3: Roommate similarity. Are roommates who are similar in their communication traits more satisfied? The question that this study aims to ask is, do roommates who are more similar in their communicative traits experience satisfaction and positive relationships? Roommates who communicate more experience more similarity and affinity or liking towards one another. 403 participants were given questionnaires about their communicative traits and how they feel about their roommates. The data collected confirmed that roommates who had similar communicative traits and were either both verbally aggressive or both non-verbally aggressive experienced more of a liking to each other. Even the roommates who experienced both verbal aggression because they did have similar communicative traits. That is why they had better experiences with one another. To answer the question that I asked in the beginning of this presentation, having communicative competence by communicating frequently, identifying needs and expectations, having a good first impression, and choosing roommates who have similar communicative habits and traits will lead to more satisfying and better relationships with your roommates. Some advice I'd give is to be honest about your expectations and needs, and be mindful about your roommates' needs as well. Be willing to compromise with your roommates. Make an effort to talk and build a relationship with your roommates. I suggest finding things you both like and enjoy doing, things that you guys are passionate about, and bond over it. This will help build the relationship faster. Be direct but not aggressive when something bothers you. It is important to maintain healthy communication and let your roommate or whoever you live with know what is bothering you in a healthy and not aggressive way to ensure that everyone is happy. Be nice, open, and welcoming upon meeting your roommate. Having that good first impression, as these past studies have shown, is crucial to establishing a good and healthy relationship with your roommates right at the beginning. Figure out how your roommate communicates and try to adjust and adapt to that. Understanding how you and your roommate communicate with one another will better help you guys build your relationship faster and have and maintain a positive relationship. AI was not used in this presentation. Thank you.